Greetings, Dave Parker with Compton EdTech, and today I want to show you how to simply log in to GoFormative. This is accomplished very simply by going to www. You really don't have to type that in. Just GoFormative.com, and you see I've typed it in and populated it for me. I'm going to go ahead and click that there. I think I'm already signed in, so what I'm going to do is log out and then log in from the beginning. So yeah, you see my initials there already. So I'm going to click my initials here, DP. I'm going to click log out, and this will take me to a fresh landing page. Waiting for it. And while I'm waiting, GoFormative is absolutely my favorite app to use. I used to use this in the classroom on a daily basis. It allows you to track data. It allows you to give feedback back and forth to your students instantly. It's one of the best tools I've had as a teacher in a long time. So here we have the regular landing page. When you type in www.goformative.com, once again, you don't have to do that. Just goformative.com will suffice. You'll end up at this landing page, and you'll notice it'll say login, sign up. The procedure is pretty much the same. As an educator who's been using it, I'm going to click on login. It'll take me to my Google credentials, and I will go ahead and log in from that point. But if you've never used it before, you'll just click sign up, and then you're going to tell it that you want to log in or sign up with Google. It's going to ask you if you're a teacher, a lot of different questions. Please make sure that when you do that initial sign in that you identify yourself as a teacher, not a student. Conversely, when you have your students sign in, please make sure that they sign in as a student. Now you get that wonderful student who has getting a little bit ahead of himself or herself, and they sign as a teacher. The formative will not work correctly for them. So if that happens, have them delete the account and start from scratch and start as a teacher. That's just start as a student, rather. That's just a bonus for you. You don't have to send me any money for that information. So I'm going to click login right here. Login. And as you see, sign in with Google, sign in with Clever. Now, for those of us in the Compton Unified School District, do not use Clever. I believe for us, Clever is going the way of the dodo. So we're going to sign in with Google. Signing in with Google makes your life much easier on most of these apps, okay? So we're going to click sign in with Google. And from that point, if you already have a personal Gmail account, do not use that. Once again, do not use that. We are going to strictly sign in with our professional ComptonUSD.net account. So as you see, you have David Parker Party and David Parker Business. We're going to be all business on this one. So I'm going to sign in and click DA Parker at ComptonUSD.net. Once again, that is a Google domain. So anywhere you see sign in with Google that requires something, an app or something like that, like Nearpod or anything else, use those credentials there, okay? Now here's my landing page. And you can see my initials here in the corner. You can see I'm on the formative screen. This shows all the formatives that I've created. And once again, I've done a lot. I do a lot of training in this, and I've done a lot of these in the classroom. So many of these also have grades attached to them because they're actual student work. And then when I click around the top, I see classes. That'll show me all the classes that I have using this app. I can make a new class, which is distinctive to formative, or I can click here and then import my classes from Google Classroom as well. So again, that's the importance of using the Google login. It connects you with your Google Classroom, and it makes your assigning coursework and getting coursework back so much easier. Please don't hesitate to do that. And then I also have my tracker here. Tracker allows me to track students' progress by assignment or by standard. And once again, I say this in my trainings. If you're diligent and you go through and do all of your planning, I equate this to painting. And painting is one of those endeavors whereas if you go through and you tape off all your windows, drop the newspaper where it's supposed to be, put drop cloths, move your tables and all the stuff to the center of the room, and you do all the prep work in the beginning, your paint comes out much easier and it's a much easier process. There's just more work on the front end. The same thing with the GoFormative. If you do all your front end work, like setting up your standards, setting your assignments to grade correctly, making sure that your students are in Google Classroom, if you do all that stuff ahead of time, when it comes to the simple work of assigning an assignment, it'll go much smoother and much faster, and you'll get a cleaner result without having to do any work on the back. So that's just a little bit of advice for me. So now we have our standards tracker here, and you can see that this tracks students by all time. I can track them by the assignments that I give. I can also track them by the standards attached to those. So when we get to the section where we talk about our standards library, we can track the students' performance by assignment and also by the standard. So you can figure out what they're doing toward, whatever standardized testing you're using or whatever grade level testing you're using. You can track that immediately here. So like this kid right here, I will track. I can see this kid has gone through and done this well on formatives or by these standards. And if I track it and change that to formatives, I can track his performance by assignment. Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't do all of them with a standards connection. So I can track the student's performance by that as well. And we see he's kind of up, he has his ups and downs. So once again, another method, another mode to create those powerful conversations that you can have with your students and their parents if necessary about how your students are doing. So just a little bit there about getting started with formative. Just a brief tour, signing in, and just a tour around what formative offers you. Also offers you a library if you're that lazy person who doesn't like doing all the work. You can go through and find formatives that are already made for you. I've made several and put them on. It's a formative is a community of educators doing work and helping each other out. So it's a very complete tool. I hope you get a chance to use it and look forward to showing you the next video. Thanks a lot.